On this season of Destination Earth, myself and Akane head to Arizona as we explore America's Southwest for the first time. Our curiosity led us to explore the state in some unique and amazing ways. Join us as we tour the state capital of Phoenix, the wonderful wilderness of Prescott National Forest, and checking off a bucket list adventure by camping at the base of the Grand Canyon. Where are we off to today? Let's find out. I am a seasoned hiker, but the Grand Canyon kicked my ass. Descending 4,380 feet into a canyon and back out is remarkably more challenging than it sounds, especially if you're carrying a backpack full of camping gear to stay at the bottom. Today's video is a testament to perseverance. It sheds light into the illusion of an easy hike going down, and the realities of the hike back up. It gives you an idea of what it was like to camp at the bottom, and how, despite the immense challenges, making it back to the rim will reward you for your trials. Romans 5 verse 3, in part, lets us know the value of life's tests and the importance of perseverance. It says, we know that suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character. Character, hope. It's our hope that this video helps prepare you for the real struggles that you'll face as you embark on one of the greatest journeys found anywhere in the world. Alright, so we are all checked in. We're here at the backcountry office. This is where we're going to be leaving the car, and then we're going to be crossing the railroad tracks here, and we're going to be taking the Bright Angel Trail all the way down to the campground. So just ahead,
yes,
we can get our first glimpses of the canyon. How exciting is that, huh?
Yeah, and then I can see the sky is clear now, so
yeah,
hopefully we can see get view.
That snow's pushed away for a little bit anyway. So we're going to give you your first taste of the Grand Canyon here in a second.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's good. Oh, is that the trail?
Maybe.
Wow. Look at that.
There is really nothing that prepares you for seeing the Grand Canyon for the first time. Videos like this one try and capture its size and grandeur, but truly fail when compared to the experience in person. As you gaze towards the bottom, you start getting a sense of what you're about to embark on. For us, not only were we about to start hiking down the Grand Canyon, but we were doing it with the snow falling. So one of the wildest things is the difference between here and Phoenix. So Phoenix is about 3.5 hours south from here, and it's like 25 degrees. Here, it's close to 0 at the moment. Now, there is a bit of a cold front coming in, like I mentioned, but this is true all the time, because you have to remember that where we're at right now is about 7,000 feet above sea level, so that's quite high. And the good thing is once we get a little bit deeper into that canyon, it should warm up, because obviously you have to remember that, the closer to sea level you get, typically the warmer it is. And then also, I think that a lot of these rocks will absorb some of that heat from the sun, and it will kind of trap it in and keep it in the canyon itself. There are several trails that you can choose to get to the bottom of the canyon. For us, the Bright Angel Trail was the trail of choice. At 15.4 kilometers, or 9.6 miles in length, the Bright Angel Trail might not seem anything more than a long trail. That said, when paired with the incredible distance you'll cover vertically, it affords itself to being an incredibly hard trail, with almost no give. You're almost always going down or up. You might be wondering, where does the name Bright Angel come from? Luckily for us, the answer can be found easily on the National Park website. Named for the stream that the fault and canyon follows, John Wesley Powell, who's an American explorer and geologist, gave the name on his first expedition down the Colorado River. He was simply going to call it Silver Stream, but they had named a muddy, acrid stream upriver the Dirty Devil, when a Christian hymn lyric came to mind: "Shall we gather at the river, where bright angels' feet have trod?" So this clear creek, fed by the springs, was named Bright Angel Creek after the song. The canyon, vault, trail, and lodge soon followed suit. As we continued our descent into the expanses of the canyon, we came across the sight we really hoped we would see: donkeys. If the idea of hiking for hours upon hours up and down the side of a canyon doesn't particularly appeal to you, and if by the end of this video you aren't completely turned off from the hike altogether, you can experience everything the canyon has to offer by hiring a donkey or mule to bring yourself, or just your stuff, up and down the canyon. Should I do this again, especially in warmer weather, I might just be willing to hire a donkey to carry our gear, despite being knowingly stingy on paying for luxuries such as this. Well, we are about 1 hour into our hike so far, and you know what? So far I think it's been easier than I've been expecting. There is definitely a huge temperature difference between up top and where we are right now. I'm almost feeling like I need to shed or at least unzip my coat at this point. You know, when we started at the top, my hands were cold. We used our little hand warmers in order to warm up. Here it's not a problem. And, well, you get views the entire way. You know, this is one of those things, when you put something on your bucket list and it's as good as you expect, so far I have to say this is probably one of those times. So just the experience of being here and you know, us being so fortunate to be able to see it in person, you know, I feel very lucky. And if you ever get the chance, and if this is on your bucket list, it's definitely worth your time, your effort, and your money. So as you can see, there's some fairly big steps as you come down, and you know, that's where you gotta watch your knees and all that stuff. We got 3 little deer here, 4 little deer. There's one up by the tree in the background.
Oh yeah, definitely a good spot then.
Yeah, they're eating. Not a lot to eat here, I would imagine, and they found some tasty bushes during this, I guess it's probably rain at this point. If you look farther in the distance, just a few minutes after it was raining and hailing, you got blue skies popping out. So hopefully those will stick with us a little bit longer and we can get further on this hike while we're staying dry. So we are just shy of the 3-hour mark, and we have made it to Indian Garden, which is the first of the 2 campgrounds. So what we've heard from the people that we've met on the trail is that this section is 2/3 of the elevation, so we only have a little bit down to go. And I mean, that's evident by the fact that we've just been kind of slowly working our way down. It seems like though most of the elevation gain is right at the start or ending, depending on how you look at it. The other thing is that means we're only about halfway distance-wise to where we're going. So based on information from another guy, we have about 5 miles still to go. So we're looking at a good, I don't know, maybe hour and a half of hiking. But with that in mind, I think we're making pretty good time and keeping on track of where I thought we would be, despite a little bit of concern there from the ranger when we first entered. Once you get past the first campground, the scenery changes dramatically. There are trees and streams and flat spaces. Boy, I've never been so excited to hike a flat trail until now. There are little canyons within canyons, and you're in your own little microclimate this far down. It's incredibly interesting to see and recognize how different it is from the top. In fact, it feels so vast when you're down there that you forget you're actually down inside a hole looking up, not on the surface looking up at mountains. There are so many different views from along this trail, isn't it? You start at the top, and it's completely different from the bottom. And what's your favorite so far?
I think I like the bottom. I prefer bottom because the view is, of course, the view is spectacular on the top, but in the bottom it's like more different features. Like there are tree, river, and different rocks. And
Yeah, you can really see all the diversity in the base of the canyon as compared to the top, and it seems like it's a completely different world down here. So really glad that we've chosen to experience the canyon in both ways.
For sure.
Okay, so we have come to an unexpected obstacle, and of course I'm going to make Akane
I'm good to jump.
attempt it. There's a bit of a stream crossing here.
I don't want to get wet.
Don't want to get wet. Yeah, we have one pair of shoe each, so
And it's pretty slippery, so I don't want to risk it.
yeah.
So I might go this way.
Okay. Good luck. Let's.
I have my camera.
I also just stay if you do go in, stay standing.
Might be slippery this way.
Well, yeah, but that's also the way I thought I would go too. Because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of water there, but that's a good ankle, calf deep experience.
Oh my god, you want me to get the sleeping bag?
Yeah, well.
You want to throw away the sleeping bag to the river?
Yeah, that would be bad, wouldn't it?
Uh-huh.
We're going there.
Careful.
Going here. Oh, my foot's all cramping up.
Oh no.
Okay, uncramp. Okay, good. Didn't like that apparently.
Congratulations.
But I made it. So that's always good. Yeah, and just as we got through one, we see there's another. Oh, yeah, that's smart. So see, she's crossing there instead of trying to cross all here. Yeah. See, that's why I bring you. You're the brains. I would have tried to cross all this.
What happened?
Josh was getting tired. You're losing energy. It feels, where it feels like we're at the bottom. It feels like it's been like, okay, it's got to be just around the corner. It's got to be just around the corner. We're thinking we're gonna arrive by 5:30, I should say. And we're like, oh, I must almost be there. So tired. I'm pushing my limits here. Must be getting older or something. Carrying this heavy backpack. But then we look down at our phones and it's only 4:30, so either we're making really good time or I've got to come to the harsh reality that we're not as close as I thought we are. So hopefully it's just around the corner. Okay, so we've made it to the bottom. Starting to sprinkle once again.
It's so dark.
It's getting darker, so hopefully that means we're close enough to camp where we can sit up and relax, because it is deserved. We come around the corner, and although it's not our campsite, we do see a really, really kind of neat cave tucked into the mountainside. So if we don't come to our campsite soon, that's where we're spending the night. So we had to take a little break. I was about to crash and burn, and thankfully we found this little hut. And so we stopped here and checked the map. We are almost there, so we're just going to be following the Colorado River, which is behind me. We'll end up crossing it, and then the campground will be right there. Now, Akane,
Yes.
do you see that bridge in the background?
No.
Okay, take a closer look. Do you see it now?
No.
Okay, take a closer look. Do you see it now?
Oh yeah.
Okay, do you know why that's a good thing?
I'm not sure.
Because our campground is right on the other side of it.
Ooh, finally.
We finally made it. What a long, rewarding, long day. That's right, it does deserve two longs. Two longs don't make it right, huh? Looks like that's where the mules stay, maybe.
Nobody here.
No mules around. We got maybe a mule hot spot, mule bar there. We're looking for a place where we can set up our tent, pull out all the wonderful active gear we have, and just chill for the rest of the evening. Campground this way. Now across the second bridge. Right this way along the beautiful river. Hopefully that means we'll have a beautiful spot. As the sun faded behind the canyon walls, we poured some hot chocolate, had a quick bite to eat, and let ourselves slip away into slumber. After that much exercise, let me tell you, it didn't take long despite it being close to freezing temperatures overnight. Okay, so after a successful night here in the bottom of the canyon, we're ready for a day of a hike back up. So we're expecting it to be a little bit harder today. Obviously, we're a little bit sore after the hike yesterday. And then the day before, we went with Eric, even the day before that. So this is our fourth day of hiking in a row. So today is probably going to take between 6 and 8 hours for us to get from here at the bottom all the way to the top. So in order to get us going in the morning, we've got some trail mix, we've got granola bars, we had cheese, and of course we have Randy's favorite Haribo, and that's a great start to the day, really. Alright, and we're beginning our day outside the campground. So we're in the campground right now, but you wonder why you come. I mean, look at these spectacular views. I mean, this is the first view that we get in the morning, and geez, I don't know how you beat that. So we're 2 minutes into the hike, and we already have a little friend.
Oh, two friends.
A dear friend. Oh, two friends? Mm-hmm. Oh, there's the other friend over here.
It's like more.
Yeah, we got the little baby here, and there's a couple more in and around. Obviously, they're maybe checking out whatever food is left over for the mules and donkeys.
And have water there. Oh, there's a female one. And a female
Yeah, there's a
one.
couple. Yeah.
And,
Now, the good and the bad thing about today is that we've already done this trail on the way down, so we know what to expect. So for the first little bit, it's going to be a mild climb, and then we're going to get a really steep section, and it's going to be a nice mild climb back up once we get closer to the Indian Garden Campground, and then there's that final push up. And so right now we're going to take advantage, gain some speed, gain some momentum until we get to that first big push. So this part in particular is kind of interesting because most of the trail is all rocky, but this particular section is really, really soft sand. It's like you're at the beach, but you're at the bottom of the canyon. Well, we saw the mules down at the bottom, and well, they're quickly catching up. So we better hurry if we want to get to a place that's wide enough for them to be able to pass. But thankfully, like us, looks like they've stopped to rest for a second. Well, there we go. We're starting to see pretty much every animal you can on this trail. I had thought that there were bighorn sheep here, but guess I never really expected to see them. And they're close, and this is the perfect place to sit, refuel on some food and some water. Now we're both feeling that we've just been doing a lot of these water crossings, and we feel as though there's a lot more water today than there was yesterday. Yeah, so see, once again, we got quite a big crossing. I did see her foot touch the water that time though. Just think, hon, all we gotta do is climb up to the top of that, well, from here, mountain. That's it. We just got to get to the very top. So we've been on the trail for just about an hour and a half. We've gone through that first gradual climb. But as you can see behind me, we're reaching that first really steep. So this will take us about a third of the way regarding elevation. And the next checkpoint really for us to pay attention to will be the Indian Garden Campground. Well, thankfully we have made it to what Indian Garden it's called. That means we've had the chance to refill our water, grab a snack, take the packs off, rest, relax a little bit. And it also means that we're halfway up if you're talking about distance, and we're 1/3 up if you're talking about elevation. Just read a sign that the difference between where we were at the bottom and the difference up here is 5,000 feet or 1,600 meters. So it's quite significant. So we're about to start working on the last half of the trail, but that doesn't mean it's going to get any easier.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see, recap. It's been 3.5 hours, and we have definitely started the last ascent up the mountain. My knees are sore, my hips are sore. So we could probably check it all off. My arms, my shoulders, my back. I mean, I guess the head's probably doing okay, but
Maybe so far.
so far, but it's just that behind us that we got to get up. So probably another 3 to 4 hours of consistent climbing. So there's no stopping from this point. We've passed all the flat-ish areas, and it's pretty much just a steady climb. So we're gonna have to pace ourselves. We're gonna have to take lots of breaks, have lots of water, try and refuel, because even in the 3 seconds that I've stopped, I've calmed down. And you do have to remember, as we get higher, of course the elevation's starting to get higher. Now we're not like super high elevation where the air is really going to be super noticeable, but as you get a little bit towards the top, you're going to have to work a little bit harder to get that air going into your muscles and providing you that energy that you need to make the last push. Okay, so we are at the top, and I don't know if I've ever been this tired in my life. It's definitely been one of the... No, let me rephrase that. It has been the hardest hike I've ever done. This is 5,000 feet in a day is just quite wild, honestly. And I'm not usually happy to be done a hike. My nose is running all over the place. The temperature changes is different. I might have mentioned before, but there's a 30 degree Fahrenheit difference between the top and the bottom. And your body's kind of wondering what's going on. Anyway, I want to thank you so much for joining in again. We're taking a couple days off, and then my parents are coming in, and we're going to be hitting up the Sedona area. So be sure to stick around and check out those videos.